So we're here at the Geneva Blockchain Conference. I'm talking to Danny D, and he gave us a very interesting talk insight about the blockchain life inside China. So we're going to discuss that a little bit. What kind of organizations are you with, Danny?
Yeah, I'm from the China Blockchain Application Center. So it's mostly for the blockchain association, the one of the largest in China. And we bring the China blockchain delegation to Davos. This is the fourth year.
Yeah. So we have 25 people seeing it here. Well, you explained on the panel that life before the 24th of October and after the 24th of October in China with blockchain was totally different. Why?
Yeah, because before the October and 24th in 2019, the blockchain is not a public word we can talk about. So there is a lot of misunderstanding about the blockchain, about the blockchain industry. A lot of people think it's related with money laundering, with fraud, with all the bad things. But after the October 24th, so the central government, they give a definition of blockchain. So this is a very strategical technology, very important to China. So now China has begun, everyone begin to talk about blockchain, and we want to use blockchain.
Okay, so there's a couple of projects we want to talk about. First, identity is very important, and identity is very well organized in China. I mean, you have basically, I see that you can have a whole hundreds of thousands of people can go to a square. They all have to identify themselves, but it can go very quick. They're very organized, very systematic. You are making a connection between the Chinese identification and the blockchain. What is that? What kind of project is that?
Yeah, so first, the identity chain, is we want to link the data from different government departments together. So, you know, in China, we have a lot of government departments, and all the data, they're isolated, so they cannot touch with each other. The use blockchain, the digital identity, so we can get the data very easily from different departments. So people don't have to make a lot of work on writing sending all and to different.
Okay, so then you have one unified identity. Now, you also talked about self-sovereign identity, and that there is a law that identity, information in China is from the user. And so, will there be something like a self-sovereign identity in China?
Yeah. So, China. So now we are working with private zone. So we can store the data, two kinds of data. So one kind of data is generated by third party. So it's trustworthy and use blockchain to record it, like your medical record and your certificate and all other things. So it can be, but it stored on your own space. Another is some private information, like your picture, like photo, like a selfie. All these things you can also store in your private zone. So this will make a very complete image of yourself. So it's just like digital twin they are talking about. Yeah.
The digital twin. Okay, so that is going to happen in that is a project which you do for the government or with the government, or what status does it have? That project.
So I just mentioned that in 2018 we are working on the 1.0 of the identity chain, but after the Libra, so we started to make it more open to all the nodes from all the society. So we have many large companies and many institutions to become node of this project. So I'm working with the government, but actually we are working with the government to create an infrastructure with a lot of people to work with it, to invest, and to make it to become a open structure for everyone. Yeah.
The second project I wanted to ask you is the inspiration of Libra. I mean, it inspired the Chinese government a lot, right? What happened with Libra? What did they think?
Yeah, they think the Libra is very has a very big impact on China's high-level thinkings. So they used to think that with the current method, they can control the internal affairs very easily. But when we see the Libra and when we see the space internet, so when they combine together, the globalization will start again. but in a technology way. So all the information and money is another information. They can transmit through the world very easily. So this is some challenge that China has to face. So China has to prepare before the Libra combine with the space internet. So this is something that China wants to, why we have to study the blockchain. And then another,
and a digital currency.
digital currency. So this is something we all know that the human civilization will go to another stage, and China people do not like the imagination. So when we see that, we need to face that. So there's no longer a way that you can hit them on a firewall.
Okay, so you say it's you have a pretty good control inside China, but the whole digital RMB is more meant to do the outside the Belt and Road initiative and to work internationally together. But also, will it also be used internally? Because at the moment they're doing testing in 2 provinces, right?
Yes. So I think it will be first used internally, unlike other people thinking. So the first is the inside. We will use the DCEP to replace M0. So this is what will happen, and this will totally change the infrastructure of China's bank. And after that, I think the DCEP will help to make this become a standard in the One Belt and One Road countries. So DCEP has this benefit that it makes a country they can independently issue their own currency without link to others, but still it has the freedom to exchange with other country. So I think maybe it's a better structure in politics than the Libra. You know, in Libra you have to link with Facebook. Why? Why I have to link with Facebook? But DCEP they can keep your independent, and still you have the freedom to exchange value with others. Yeah.
Does it also mean that if it replaces M0, that Alibaba and Alipay and WeChat Pay, that they will replace their own backend with this new blockchain backend?
So I think the China government will persuade other companies, other internet companies, payment companies, and financial institutions to build their infrastructure upon the DCEP. Maybe the DCEP won't directly facing the clients, but by using the DCEP, you can very easily to mapping it to another payment method or another payment token. So make the whole economic system very transparent. Yeah.
But then, okay, so you face the client will not be faced directly, because I mean you have billions and billions of transactions. What kind of blockchain systems will be used that you can have that kind of number of transactions?
Yes, this is another misunderstanding. So for current DCEP system, it's not blockchain. It's totally not blockchain. So it don't have this kind of problem. But upon the DCEP, you can build the blockchain system very easily. And I think there's a lot of method they can solve the problem. Like there's like Ethereum 2.0, like the Bitcoin. They also have many solutions for that. So it's not widely tested, but it's a.
But this version you say is not a blockchain digital currency.
Blockchain. So it's different from Libra.
It's one big central database.
Yeah. So you can say that, but with the offline ability to exchange value. Yeah.
Is there a lot of other projects which are big? I mean, you told us that blockchain is really hot at the moment, but blockchain companies do not have much money.
Yeah, so it's if you are a pure blockchain technology company, you have to find a way to earn money. You know, so at the current stage, a lot of companies they just use blockchain to do POC. So you have to find the business model to earn money from the to help your clients to earn money or to save money. Otherwise, you won't have money. So it's hard.
And the VCs, aren't they? Isn't no VC money flowing in that industry, in your industry at the moment?
Yeah. So I think several months, a lot of VC has invested in blockchain companies, but I think soon they will understand that the blockchain is not so easy to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been busy with blockchain in China?
Yeah, I have been since 2013, so it's
5 years. That's a long time already.
Yeah, yeah.
Or no, 7 years.
Yes, yeah.
7 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the meantime, the whole crypto has been forbidden. Is the mining now forbidden in China?
I think it's mining is not mining in some province. Though they have a lot of free electricity, so they need mining actually. Yeah.
Then last question: what are you doing here in Davos? What are you trying to find here? Are you bringing technology? Are you trying to get concepts, or what is your? Why do people come here now?
Yes, I think I bring the China blockchain delegation to Davos to make our member to know more about the international blockchain community, and we want to exchange idea with world-based thinking. So I think this is good for China and also good for the world. Yeah.
Thank you very much.